have no idea how much I've missed this. Just being able to be alone with you. It has been far, far too long since the last time we were able to do this. I know it's only been 2 weeks. Your point? I know. That isn't necessarily a long time for most people, but I love you so much. You know that. And I do love our lunch dates, and our breakfast dates, and our dinner dates, and our midnight cuddle dates. But I like when we have time to just be alone together. Time when it's just the two of us. Just you and me. No one else butting in to make comments or ask questions or talk about the embarrassing things that John and Aaron were arguing about. Time when we can just focus on each other and how much we love each other. Time when we don't have to... Never mind. No, I really don't think that I should say what I was about to say. I'm not all that good at this. I'm not good at romantic things, but I do know how to spot something that might be a mood killer. And what I was going to say, I don't want to be mean, but I think it might come across that way. And I really, really don't want to ruin the time that we've been spending together. After all, we've been having such a nice day. One wrong comment and all of that goodness, all of that fun, it could be forgotten and turned sour. And I really don't want that. You promise that you won't take it in a bad way? All right. If you really want me to say it, I like this time when we don't have to hide our relationship. No, I didn't mean that. It doesn't bother me how we express our affections when we're around other people. It's just, I don't know exactly how to explain it. It just, I know that you love me. And I know that neither one of us is ashamed of our relationship or the people that we love. I know that we don't have to worry about being judged here. After all, Ymir and Krista, they're practically attached at the hip and nobody judges them. But I'm not exactly like you. What I mean is, I understand that there are certain things you want to keep private. I understand that not everyone wants to go around talking about every little detail of their personal lives. I understand that. It's just, with this, I want people to know about it. Or at least a few people. My friends, for example. Jean, Marco, and Connie. They're honestly like my family here. And while I do understand that you don't want everyone to know, I at least want them to know. You're nervous about telling other people? Why? I know that this isn't exactly the relationship that a lot of people tend to think of when they hear the word love or relationships. But they especially wouldn't judge us. I honestly don't think anyone here would. Except for Shadis, but he judges anyone who acts even remotely human. Anyone who makes a mistake. Anyone who feels a human emotion. Aside from bloodlust, it would seem. But nobody else would. Especially not my friends. Connie. He doesn't exactly understand these things. I know that he's really childish about these things. But he would be so supportive. And John and Marco, I wouldn't be surprised if they have a little thing going on between them. They definitely wouldn't judge. That isn't what you're worried about? What is it then? Oh, I understand that. No, really, I definitely understand that. You don't want us to be like Hannah and Franz, always all over each other in public, always blushing and always being really sickeningly sweet with each other. Believe me, I completely understand that. I honestly do not know what goes on in their minds when they behave like that. But we won't be like that. We are still in the puppy love stages, as they call it. At least, that's what my mom always calls it. But we're mature about it. We might sneak kisses and hold hands under the table. We might blush when we see each other doing something cute. But we wouldn't be nearly as unbearable as Hannah and Franz, I can assure you of that. You're still a bit uncertain? Well, could I at least tell Connie about us? I know that he isn't the best at keeping his mouth shut, but if it's something serious, he can do it. Why do I want to tell him? I see him as my brother. He's always there for me. He's my family here. He is How should I put this? If I killed someone, he's the one that I would ask for help when it came to disposing of the body. I know, that is a really, really weird way of putting it, but he's my best friend. He's my person. My person to rely on and share all of my good news with. And you're my person too. In a different way, of course, but let's say you and I get the chance to go on a more private date. Somewhere not here, where it can just be the two of us. Maybe sharing a meal and taking a walk after. When we got back from that, I would immediately want to go to him and tell him all about it, because it would just make me so happy. I want to have someone I can talk to about our relationship, whom I can squeal with excitement to, whom I can ask for advice or encouragement if I'm trying to do something a bit new and bold. I want someone to help me surprise you if I ever get that chance. I want to feel like I have someone to brag about you to. Is that strange? Yes, I've thought about this for quite a while. Ever since you and I got together, I've wanted to just tell Connie everything. I want him to know. Because I know that he is going to be so happy for us. And he's my family here. I don't want to have to hide my girlfriend from my family. Especially not family who is so kind, so supportive, and so encouraging. I promise I'll make sure he doesn't tell a soul if you're really still concerned about other people knowing. But please, let me tell him at least. Let me share the news so that I have someone to squeal to about our dates and brag to about you. Because I know that I tell you every little thing I love about you. I tell you every little thing about you that makes me happy. But I get the feeling that if I keep saying it to you, one of these days you're going to overheat so much that you pass out.